Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new semester. Not really a semester, summer session. Welcome to a brand new summer session. It's kind of like a semester. Um, I'm very excited to see you all. I had a really good first summer session. I hope all of you did as well. And I'm excited to get the second one started. It should be a good time. Um, This video is kind of just like an introduction to the whole summer session gig. Um, I want to lay down, I want to give some basic descriptions of how I think the summer session is going to run. And I want to go over some basic expectations that I have for you as members of the summer session, so that we can all sort of understand about what the procedure is going to be, what class is going to feel like and look like, how that whole thing is going to work. Um, So that's what this video is for. Uh, this summer session, I am teaching two classes. So I think, last time I checked, I think there are two of you taking Calculus 2, and I'm very excited to see the both of you again. I look forward to that. I think that there are a bunch of people taking Algebra, and most of you I have never met before. So let's do some introductions. My name is Dave. I would encourage you to call me Dave. Um, if you're not comfortable calling me by my first name, that's fine. Call me whatever you're comfortable with. Dave is what I'm most comfortable with, so you can go with that. Um, I've been teaching math for a while now. Been at BFIT for 4 years, so maybe you've seen me around. I spend a lot of time in the tutoring center. Um, that's me. Let's talk about how class is going to run. For this summer session, we're still going to be doing remote classes. Everything is online. Everything is going to happen through videos and video conferences. And we're never going to meet face to face for the summer session. I think I've been told that we're hoping to have some of our classes back in person in the fall. I'm very excited about that. I think that a lot of the remote learning is sort of like vaguely adequate given the needs that we're confronted with, but I don't like it really. I think that we could be doing a lot better job in person, face to face. But we're going to do the best we can with the online stuff. Here's the basic rundown of how the online stuff is going to work. I have a bunch of videos that have already been recorded of me explaining all of the topics that we're going to go over in this class. So all of the Calc 2 videos were recorded, well, half of them were recorded a year and a half ago, and the other half were recorded more recently. The algebra videos were all recorded 4-ish months ago. So those are relatively recent. They're all recorded. They're all linked on Canvas already. You can sort of scroll through the videos section. You can click on any link. It should take you straight to YouTube where it'll just play the thing. I think there's also a link to the playlist that's just all of the videos in order. If you want to skip around, look ahead, you can see what videos are coming up. Those videos are going to be where almost all of the actual instruction happens. My expectation is that you will watch those videos, or you'll watch the videos for certain sections before you come to class. And then in class, let me describe what class is first, actually. Class is going to be a bunch of Zoom, they're not Zoom conferences, they're online teleconferences through Canvas using software called Big Blue Button. So when you go to Canvas, on the side, one of the headers, tabs, I don't know what it's called. One of the things on the side should just say conferences, and that'll take you to a page where the active conference will be at the top, and then all the other conferences we had will be in a list in the bottom. So that will give you access to all of the online conferences, and we are doing the conferences live and synchronously. So I'm taking attendance at these conferences, so you need to be there. You need to make an appearance, participate and be active in these online conferences we're going to do. Um, so for Calc 2, the conferences will be every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings. So we're doing back to back to back, 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then you get a 4-day weekend from calculus, and then we do 3 straight days of calculus again. Uh, Algebra is going to meet on Tuesdays and Fridays from 11 to 1, which means that both of these classes are going to start next Tuesday, the 13th. We're going to start both of these classes on the same day. We'll start. Our first ever conference will be Tuesday the 13th. The class starts kind of right now. We're doing an entire semester's worth of material in 7 weeks, which means we're mashing everything together very tight, and we need to move really fast. So one of the big expectation I have for you right now is I need you to do homework before the class actually starts. So I mentioned Tuesday the 13th is going to be our first conference. I'm expecting all of you to come to this conference having watched the videos for the first few sections of material and having tried the homework for the first few sections of material. I'm holding up my fingers out of frame. That was poor form of me. I'm still trying to get used to cameras. Yes, I'm expecting you to come to that first class having watched all the videos for the first few sections of the material and having tried the homework for the first few sections of material. On that first day of class, I don't want to spend that first day of class talking about the syllabus. That's basically what I'm doing right now in a video. You can do this before the class starts. I want to spend that first day of actual face-to-face in not conference, teleconference. I want to spend that talking about the math itself, answering questions that you have about what happened in the video or what's going on in the homework. That's going to be a very productive use of our first day. That's going to get us started rolling, and that's what I really want to happen. So, and that's going to continually be the expectation. Every time we have one of these teleconferences, it's going to involve, and you can sort of see the schedule, it's on Canvas. Every single one of them is scheduled for us to answer questions about certain sections of material. And my expectation for you is that you will come to class on that day already having watched the videos for that section and having tried most of the homework for that section. The advantage of doing this is if you've already looked at all the homework and you know which homework questions are difficult, you can ask me questions about those homework problems, and I will do the entire problem for you start to finish and give you the answer for free. As many questions as you want. As many questions as you can fit into 2 hours. I will just do homework questions the whole time, but only if you know which ones to ask questions about. So there's an enormous amount of benefit here to, this is a resource for you. Asking me questions about homework problems is a big resource. I want you to take advantage of it. But you only get to take advantage of it if you've tried the homework and know which problems are difficult and which problems are mundane and you don't need my help with. So every day for class, before that class, watch the videos for that section's material. I think I do a pretty adequate job of explaining all the concepts that will show up in the homework. So watch those videos and then try the homework. Try to do at least 70–80% of the homework problems. If there's a problem that's very difficult or confusing or tough, just note which number it is. Like physically write down which problem it is so that you remember that number. And then just go to the next one and try the next one. Try them all until you know which ones are hard. And then in class, ask me the question. Say, number 16 was hard. And I'll find your number 16 and I'll do the whole thing. That's how I want class to run. We've been doing the online gig for a little over a year now, and I've had classes where students do this thing that I'm asking you to do. I've had classes where students do it really well, and they always come to class prepared, and those students get A's, and everyone is very happy. I've had classes where no one does the homework. Class is the actual conference we have is just this really awkward mess of no one even knowing what questions to ask because no one has watched the videos and no one has done the homework. Don't do that to me. That sucks for everyone. Watch the videos, do the homework. I ask very little. Um, I guess I say I ask very little, but the pace we need to set for ourselves to finish all this material in 7 weeks is kind of steep. So maybe I ask for a lot, but do it. You're in a 7 week college course. Work hard, get it done. Um, I also want to talk about tests and quizzes in this introduction video. Uh, I'm going to be doing quizzes very frequently. I think that quizzes are a great way for me to sort of keep track of how everyone is doing in the course and where students are struggling with material. I think quizzes are also a really great way for you to sort of have a practice version of the exam. Because here's the big secret about me. I am not a creative person. So the kinds of questions that I put onto quizzes are very, very similar to the kinds of questions that I put on tests. So if you take a quiz and you do poorly, that's fine. It's just a quiz. That's a small part of your grade. But that tells you exactly the kind of material that you need to study because you should expect to see a similar question on the exam that you'll take pretty soon. So I tend to do a lot of quizzes because I think they're really powerful review tools. So prepare yourselves for that. Quizzes we're going to do like during our conferences. So if we're doing a quiz on like a Tuesday, I'll just set aside, we have 2 hours to meet on Tuesdays. So if we're doing a quiz, then I'll just set aside an hour of class time and I will email everyone a PDF of the quiz. I want you to write down the questions onto a sheet of paper. And then I want you to write down your answers and your solutions and all of your work. I cannot stop anyone from using calculators or their computers or the internet. Like I'm not policing you here. I'm not going to force you to like keep your cameras on and stay in a conference the entire time you're doing a quiz. That's just excessive. And so there's nothing stopping you from using a calculator or a computer or something. But I will tell you that since the whole online business started, I have radically changed the way I grade things. If I ask a complicated problem and your entire answer is just the correct answer, that's not worth any points because that answer is pretty effortlessly accessible with Google or whatever. So when I'm grading these quizzes and the tests, I'm grading the amount of work you show me because that's what indicates that you did it yourself instead of just typing the problem into Google and letting Google give you an answer. So show all of your work every time, all the time. That's what's worth the points when I'm grading these things. Tests are going to be the same, except instead of setting aside 1 hour of class time, I'll give you the entire 2 hour class period to do the test. While this is happening, I'm going to shut down the conference, but I will be available in the Canvas chat room. If you have questions about what is being asked on part of the test, you can always contact me in the chat room and I will answer right away. I think that's everything I need to say. Online homework is through My Lab and Mastering. Hopefully you're all familiar with that. If not, you'll get familiar real quick. I want you to be registered for that as soon as possible. So as soon as you finish watching this video, go on to Canvas and click on My Lab and Mastering and get yourself registered for the course. And I'll put information about this in the email as well. You've probably already read it because the link to this video is coming through the email. Timing. Anyway, yeah, homework is through My Lab and Mastering. Tests and quizzes are PDFs that I'll email to you. Watch the videos, do the homework before class. I think that's about it. If you have any questions about anything at all, ever, do not hesitate to email me. I may not respond to the email right away, but I will respond to the email with answers to your questions because I want you to be as well informed as possible. I look forward to working with you all. I'll see you soon.